One, two, one, two, one. Turn me up. Turn me up.
The champ is here.
It's your boy, the Ben Israel, the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you Negroes. Shout out to my trolls. I hope everybody is doing well today. Friday the 13th, y'all. It is Friday the 13th. Man, March blew by, man. We already at half the month. Where the hell did March go so fast? Oh, baby. It's a beautiful day outside, though. I stepped out there a little bit, had to take a look at Gabby's tires, teach a little something about tires. But anyway, if you don't want to be here, don't be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here in these YouTube streets. Now, if you do want to be here, you choose to stay. We love to have you. We appreciate you for staying, for subscribing, for interacting with the chat. I definitely appreciate my mods. I got a mod that's been with me for well over 15 years doing this. Shout out to Amanaz. She'll be checking in soon with her. Hey, y'all. Make sure y'all salute. We warriors over here. We soldiers. Check in with the chat. Make sure you subscribe to any and everybody links because we spread the love over here. Welcome to the People's Podcast. I am the Dark Knight, the Black Magna, the Daywalker, the Shogun of Charlotte. The ladies call me the Cookie Monster, Mr. Big Balls himself, Pumpkin Escobar. I am the Heisenberg of this ish. Because I give y'all that pure, that raw dog, that uncut, no impurities. I am your host, V. Ben Israel, the People's Champ. They call me the champ because I say the things that you can't say. I say it for you. Blame me because you won't get in trouble if you say it. Say Izzy said it. I didn't say it. Izzy said it. I take all that smoke for y'all. Bring it over here. Welcome. Make sure you hit the like button, please. Hit the subscribe button. Share it to your socials. Hit the Cash App. Send me a couple of dollars for the Pure Leaf Tea Fund. This ain't a game, y'all. This is real. Pure Leaf Tea is real. $ send 2V. The number 2, the letter V. And obviously somebody hit me up because I got some Pure Leaf. Y'all been buying my Pure Tea. So anytime y'all see Pure Leaf, somebody done contributed. And I really appreciate it. You don't have to contribute, but when you do, I appreciate it very much. Now, I prefer the extra sweet, That's the purple one. But they ain't had the purple one. I guess they stopped lately. But either one works. Either the sweet tea, the purple extra sweet, or every now and then I'll do the lemon. I like the lemon. Now, you really want to treat, got to get that from QT. They got that the QT brand tea. It's in a can, a tall can, and it's the raspberry. That is my favorite. Since I'm not in Charlotte no more, I don't go to QT down here. QT in Gastonia here is a little bit more expensive than the one in Charlotte. It's noticeable. I noticed it right away. So I guess I need to make it, and it's a little further. The 7-Eleven is the closest thing to me, but I guess I might need to make a special trip to QT one day. Oh, I'll get Gabby to go tomorrow. I'll have me a raspberry tomorrow. I hadn't even been thinking about it. I'll get Gabby to go. She got good tires on the car now. So what are we talking about today, y'all? This is an impromptu. Friday Fiesta is going on. I just finished smashing tacos. And that's going to continue because I got more taco meat. As long as the taco meat is in there, I'm smashing, baby. Because I got plenty of lettuce and plenty of cheese. So I'm going to smash them tacos for the rest of the day. That's what I'm eating all day today. It's going to be Friday Fiesta all day for your boy. So anyway, what we talking about? Big D energy. And why is this relevant to your channel, V? Well, it's relevant in a lot of ways. So if you paid attention to the thumbnail, I showed a United States aircraft carrier. And they are descending into the Middle East. We sending another one out there. We're not playing no games. And a lot of y'all don't understand geopolitics. So I want to introduce you to it a little bit or give you my take on it. So America has the biggest and best army or military rather that the world has ever seen. By far, it ain't even close. I've talked about that here and there on past videos. But by far, and ladies and y'all liberal, particularly liberal ladies, y'all don't understand big D energy. Y'all don't get it. But when you got the big D, you got to slap that mug down on the table every now and then. You got to whip it out. Let a mug know. It is what it is. And why y'all think we spend trillion dollars on our military every year? So we could not use it? What sense does that make? And because we haven't been using it, I mean, think about it. Congress has not declared war since World War II. Now, we've been in a couple of wars since then, but Congress, the last time they actually declared war on another country was World War II. We're approaching 100 years, y'all. So during that time period, we have been to wars, Korea, Vietnam, the Middle East, the first time Desert Storm, Iraq and Afghanistan. We was over there for 20 years. And we had military operations in other places that some of y'all may be familiar with. Cuba, South America, other places. Nigeria recently. So what do you mean? We still don't understand, V. What do you mean big D energy? Again, when you got the big D in the world, you got the biggest D in the world. You got to pull it out every now and then and remind people. Because especially during the last 4 years with Sleepy Joe, the world, they got big headed. And they thought they was tough. And they thought, and a lot of y'all thought it too. I had a conversation with somebody recently and they was naming all of these countries. I'm like, are you serious? They don't matter. England don't matter. They got at most 200,000 people in their military. France, 100,000. Germany, maybe 100,000. We got 1.5 million strong and the best equipment. And we spend the most money. We spend more money than our next 20 largest countries combined. We the big D. And we showed that with Venezuela. Y'all think Venezuela was about oil. No, it was about flexing on the world. The oil was a bonus. That was part of it. But Trump wanted to flex on the world. And he showed the world because Cuba was there, Russia was there, and China militaries were there. And we still went into Venezuela in the middle of a military compound and snatched their leader. Get your ass in the car. We snatched. Get your punk ass in the car. Grab your bitch. Threw her in the car too. I think somebody's arm got broke because we snatched them so hard. Big D energy. We did that in a matter of 30 minutes. Went right into their country and took their leader. No problem. The rest of the world was like, oh shit. We ain't know it was like that. So we had to show peace through strength. You got to show the strength. You got to whip out the big D energy every now and then. And y'all, some of y'all women know what I'm talking about because you see it in a relationship or when you interacting with a man. So the man who got that big D energy, you know the difference between him and the dude with the little D energy. Y'all recognize it right away. And y'all want it. Y'all might not like it at the moment, but then y'all think about it and come back. Because y'all like that energy. You like being around a masculine man with the big D energy. People gravitate to it, not just women, other men gravitate to it. Y'all fall in line and y'all follow behind the man with the big D energy. And that's what you see around the world. All these countries, wars done ended. Trump went in there with his big D energy. Now, I ain't saying Trump got a big D, but his big D is America and the American military. That's his big D. So he's flexing that energy. Obama didn't have it. That's why he was giving Iran pallets of money to get them to act nice. And they still didn't do it because he did not have big D energy. Damn. My glasses are dirty, y'all. I don't know what the heck I've been looking through. Good God. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I thought it was my eyesight. No, that was these dirty ass glasses here. Shit. I might need a little Windex. Get these suckers right. Yeah, I gotta get some Windex, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. I'm sorry. I can't take it though. Can't take it. Yeah, my Windex going. Hell. The hell is this? Yeah, there we go. Uh-uh. I can't block like this, y'all. No. No, no, no. I already don't see that good as it is. So my glasses is dirty. It's horrible. I can't deal with it. I'm sorry. I apologize. I should have did this earlier, but I at the last minute I had hit the live button and then ran in my room to get the glasses. So I was rushing. I was unprepared, and I apologize. I'll put that on the checklist going forward. Make sure your glasses are clean, because Lord have mercy. Okay, that's significantly better. Oh no, I can't. I don't know what I got on these. Something sticky. Shit. What I how I did that? You know what it was? Gabby's little boy was over here yesterday. Cairo. He got a beautiful name. His name is Cairo. Cute little kid. And he was touching stuff. And I'm willing to bet that's how my glasses got dirty. Mhm. I'm blaming Cairo. Cairo, if you listening, it's your fault, little man. I'm gonna get you. Get you. I told you I fight little kids. We gotta work on his manners, though. His mother be trying to negotiate. So I kind of like when he comes by here. Y'all know I like kids, but little boys, I know how to raise little boys. Remember, my kids got 21st cousins, and them all of them, most of them are boys. It's only what, two girls, three girls if you can't imagine. But out of the cousins, there's only two girls. So it was nothing but boys around me, and I didn't tolerate certain things from little boys. And of course, they mamas would get mad at me. Shut the fuck up. Let me handle it. Y'all trying to raise punk ass little boys. I don't raise punks. My grandmother and my granddaddy, they ain't raised no punks either. My grandmother would tell you, don't let them little girls be, both my grandmothers, don't let them little girls be whooping on you. I grew up in a neighborhood with a bunch of girls, and them girls could fight. But don't be letting them girls whoop on you now. So my grandmother would say. So I wasn't raised with that don't hit a woman shit. My grandmother said, don't let them girls whoop on you. And I didn't. And women, anybody, they know who to play with. I ain't never had no women play with me like that. I seen them do other dudes like that, but not me. Yeah, I tell you ladies all the time, there's certain dudes you don't play with. I'm one of them. And y'all be knowing for the most part, some of y'all get crazy and y'all think y'all can play with all men, and then you get your ass whooped because you're playing with the wrong one. And y'all like to put your hands on people. Don't put your hands on me, and I won't put my hands on you. So anyway, our military. Do I have anybody with me? Got a couple of y'all. How y'all doing today? Y'all checked in? Check in with the chat. Y'all my peoples, right? Check in. But anyway, geopolitics is like a chess game. And this is where a lot of these news commentators, especially these women on CNN, The View, they don't play chess. They use the checkers. So that's why they be so confused. Oh, Trump don't know what he doing. That's what the way you supposed to think. He don't want you knowing what he doing. But these moves he been making, they all been right. All of the experts that disagree with him. And then what was it? The economics with the big beautiful bill last year. Oh, and the tariffs. All of the leading economists were against Trump. I think except for one of them. But it was like 20 of them that was against him. And only one that was rocking with him. And he was right. He turned out to be right. The man is like 1,000 years old and been doing business his whole life. Y'all ain't never did business. You just got theories. And I say that all the time, even on here. You got a lot of podcasters and content creators who giving out advice based on their theory. They never lived anything. They never put nothing to practice. Having a theory and an idea is okay, but you got to put it into practice, because once you put it into practice, you're going to find out some of the things you thought, you're going to refine them or you're going to change them completely because you were wrong. But you got to have experience to get to that point. And see that in today's world, everybody, we're flooded with information. And you got a bunch of people running around here with information. Well, all information isn't good. The Bible teaches you that. And then that's the difference. There's a difference between information and knowledge. And then there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom takes time and experience. Right? So you could be a young, knowledgeable person. King David was very knowledgeable. But when he got older, he became wise. He had wisdom. Solomon was the same way, same bloodline. Right? So same reason a lot of people don't understand the Bible. And they try to put scripture all in the same time context. But you can't do that because at different time periods, things were being written based on the geopolitical structure that was in place during that snapshot in time when the scripture was written. So if you don't understand that context of that time period, you don't really understand what the scriptures are talking about. And this is why you got so many different religions and people, and they don't understand, they don't understand what's going on. I was listening to my boy Lou, and I love Lou. Lou Valentino, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe, LB Nation. Love Lou, but he's confused because he's trying to come from a quote unquote Christian perspective. Well, the people in the Bible weren't Christian. Christianity came much, much later, thousands of years later. You got to understand the historical context of the people who were writing the Bible and what was going on politically with the geopolitics at that time period of whatever particular book we are talking about or scriptures. But when you don't understand that, a lot of y'all Christians, y'all like to put everybody into this Jewish category. No. First of all, there were 12 tribes. Everybody wasn't a Jew. There's a difference between a Jew and what we now call Jewish people. Jewish means Jew-like. That's not the people in the Bible. They were Jews, meaning short for Judah, the tribe of Judah. But they were, and sometimes Judah meant 3 tribes. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were considered Jews, right? At that time period. But if you don't understand what was going on politically amongst the Israelites, because they all weren't Jews and they didn't live in the same area. There was a kingdom of Judah where Benjamin, Levi, and Judah lived. But y'all don't understand that. Some of y'all like, huh? Exactly. So they don't teach this in Black church or in Christianity. They don't teach this. So that's why y'all confused with the people who live in the state of Israel today aren't the people of the Bible. And if you understand the Bible, you would know that. Because the Bible tells you they call themselves Jews, but they are not. They are the synagogue of Satan. So why are you expecting the synagogue of Satan to behave like godly people if you know who they are, really? Well, if you don't know who they are, then you need to question why you're going to the church you're going to, or why you're in this religion that you want to believe in. You don't know what you believe in, because what you believe in is blasphemy according to the Bible. Christianity is one of their works. It's meant to deceive you. And then they would say, he said on there, like the Old Testament has been done away with. I've heard that before. Show me the scripture that says that. Show me the scripture that says Jesus came to save everybody. Show me that scripture. Because Jesus himself said he only came for his people. That's not Old Testament. That's New Testament. That's another conversation. But I'm just trying to prove my point about information versus knowledge versus wisdom. They're different things. So you got the information, which is bad information, Christianity, and it got you all jacked up. And y'all confused because you can't go in the Bible and understand what's happening today in Iran. Those are Persians. They renamed themselves. Why did they do that? Well, that's their quality. They've done that throughout history in the Bible. Edomites always change their names and assume the identities of other people and steal their lands. That's always happened. Hello. But this may be a little bit too sensitive a subject for y'all. I don't know why. I'm just talking history. The Bible. What does the Bible mean? The word Bible means bibliography. Big bibliography in Hebrew meant historical records. So the Bible is what? A history book. But if you don't understand the context, it's actually a collection of history books. So if you don't understand the time period of what's going on at different parts of the Bible, you don't know what you talk about. And then you get, what do they call that? The illusion of validity. And basically, that theory in psychology, you fill in the blanks. To make something make sense, you just fill in the blank. And that's what they did. And that's what you were programmed with all your life. And you got to unprogram yourself because you have access to the world's information. You just won't take off them rose-colored glasses of Christianity or Islam or Buddhism or whatever religion you're a part of, Scientography, holiness, whatever. And then even with the Christians, you got all kind of denominations. So your rose-colored glasses are extremely thick. But it was all of those denominations and religions were all created by the same group of people for the most part. Edomites. But the fact that I'm saying the word Edomite, a lot of y'all don't even know what the hell that is. But you claim you go to church every Sunday and you read the Bible and your mama a pastor and you don't know what an Edomite is. How the hell do you know what's going on in the Bible? You don't know who the people are in the Bible. You don't know who those people are today. Because they still exist. Most of them. Like I said, the Persians are now Iranians. Amalek is now Israelis and Jewish. Right? But you got to understand that history to understand what's going on in the world today and understand why those aircraft carriers are being placed, why the Big D is getting whipped out. You got to understand that. You can't understand that if you don't understand Bible history. Not talking religion, Bible history. The Persians have always gone to war with the Babylonians. Well, where's New Babylon? America. And the Bible prophesies that the Persians will never make peace with the Babylonians. They will go to war with them till the end of the world. The only person that can bring peace to the world is going to be Christ. Until then, certain groups of people are just going to be fighting forever. That's the spirit of God working. God put that spirit on them. It's by design. It's chess. But going back to Trump, Trump is playing chess. And a lot of y'all don't understand chess. Y'all used to jumping over one piece at a time. No, with chess, you got different pieces move and make different moves. You got a piece that moves in an L shape. There's a piece that moves diagonally only. You got the queen who can move horizontally and diagonally. You got a piece that can only move one block at a time. And all of this is designed to capture the king. But if you don't understand that, how chess is played, you make certain moves and you got to sacrifice certain pieces to the end to get to the end objective, which is to capture the king and keep your king protected. Well, that's what Trump has been doing, and he's been right. This ain't about liking Trump. Facts are facts. The man has been right. In 1 year, he hadn't been proven wrong yet. And actually, some of the things he said 20, 30 years ago, he was right then. When he was talking, he didn't just develop his philosophy on Iran today or in the last couple of years. He was talking about it in the 80s. There are video clips of him saying almost word for word what he says today. So, but they want you to believe that, oh, Trump is crazy. He don't know what he's doing. He didn't plan none of this. This man has been planning this shit over a lifetime. That's why we were able to go into Iran with our big D energy as Americans and kill 39 of their leaders, including the head guy, the guy that was supposed to be God on earth. Took him out, no problem. Less than a day, they all gone. When Trump said they're dead, they're dead. Their ships are in the bottom of the ocean. That's big D energy. Y'all ain't used to seeing a president with that energy. Y'all used to be simps. They running around the world simping, and we not supposed to negotiate with terrorists. But here go Obama shipping pallets. Y'all know what a pallet is. Go to Walmart and all of the groceries come on big pallets. Well, Obama shipped pallets of money to Iran, trying to buy them off. And they stuck the finger up at it. They took the money and stuck the finger at it. That's why the Somalians, the bobbleheads, felt so comfortable coming over here, and they got $9 billion. No respect. They ain't taking no money out the airport today. They tried, though, and we got that guy. We had to undercover set him up. Yeah, that's not happening no more. That's what Big D energy does. It make people think twice about some bullshit. Y'all still rocking with me. I ain't got no sensitive people in here today. I like that. I'm glad. Hold on, y'all. I gotta grab a bottle of water. My Pure Leaf. Hit the Cash App, y'all. I need some more Pure Leaf. I only had 2. Send me $10 so I get a case. I get a 6-pack. $10. Hook your boy up. I do got some root beer, though. I do got some root beer. Need a little water first. I gotta stay hydrated. I ain't go to dialysis today, y'all. I had to stay home. I had to take an important phone call. And I'm glad I did, because I hate these places where these government type agencies where the call is only one way. When you call them, you got to leave them a message and wait for them to call you back. But you have no idea when they're going to call you. I'm like, can y'all not just email me and then set up the phone call that way? Like the chick called me at 11:30, no, at 11 o'clock. And then on the voicemail, she goes, I'm going to call you back at 12:30. That's an hour and a half. How you know I'm going to be free or available to take that call? But government people, they take their lunch like 12 o'clock. And I guess they assume everybody goes to lunch at 12 o'clock. So you're making the assumption that I'm going to be available at 12:30 without you talking to me, without you communicating with me, when you have my email. Because right after I talked to her, she emailed me. I'm like, why didn't you just email me? But in fairness, she called me back right away, because I called her and left her a message, and she called me right back. So I was surprised. But then she scheduled, it was an intake person. It wasn't who I actually needed to talk to. I got to go through the intake people. And then after the intake people, I got to go to a Zoom call somewhere between April 1st and April 3rd. Like, can you not just schedule it with me now? Can you not do that? No. So it's like I just got to be ready and available on a 3-day time period in April. Can we not just schedule the call? Like I do it with my doc. I just did it with my doctor. I had a virtual doctor visit. We scheduled it. And I was available. Why can't these other people do that? These government agencies, I'm telling you, they don't know how the rest of the world operates. But I'm like, if the doctor office can do it, they're a small doctor's office compared to a government of a state. You know what I mean? Like, y'all can't. I mean, we talking about my chart. It's a good app. But through my chart, I can schedule all kind of stuff. Well, why can't I do that with the state? And then instead of you hiring a person unnecessarily to be the quote unquote intake person. And she had to ask me a couple of questions. Well, the questions that she had to ask me, I already filled out online when I went through the online form to get her to call me. I'm like, ma'am, I'm saying to myself, like, ma'am, I answered those questions early on the form. And the form said when I submitted it, somebody will call me back. If I'm submitting the form after business hours, which it was, somebody will call me back. Somebody would check it the next day and then call me back within 2 business days. So that should have been Monday or Tuesday. I was not expecting to get that call. I just filled out the form last night. She called me at 11 o'clock. So y'all ain't following your own thing, your own system. And then like she was like, well, I tried to call you twice. I'm like, huh? I tried to call you twice, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and close out your file. Close out my file. You ain't even supposed to be calling me yet. So anyway, I called her and left her a message. She did call me back right away. So I was impressed with her callback. But that whole thing, we're paying people out of our tax dollars unnecessarily. Like even on the form, they could put on the form when is the best time because they sent me a text message saying let us know when the best time or day to call you. There was nowhere on the form that I could put that information. I could have just checked the box on the form. Best times to call me. Because I'm thinking if I wasn't available to take off today, like if I had a regular job, I would have missed out. And I'd have got put to the back of the line, you know. It just, and even the form was unnecessary. Like it had me doing repetitive steps, like putting the information in multiple times. I'm like, it just asked me that. But the people who set up the government forms and websites, they never used them themselves. You could tell. Because like when I did websites, I would always test the website out. Once I put it live, I would test it out to make sure it made sense. The links, you clicked them and it went where it was supposed to go. They don't do that. They just make it in just, it is what it is, and you got to deal with it. And then they hire a person to call me to ask me the shit that's on the form. Okay. And the form asked me the shit twice. I remember. But anyway, now I got to wait till a couple of weeks, 2 weeks, maybe almost 3 weeks which is fine. I knew it was going to be some time. But we got to do better. Because my point is so much waste in our government because of that kind of stuff. And this person got a job. They work from home. I could tell. And they get paid good money to do this. And you got a bunch of these people that could this is what Doge was doing. These people could be eliminated. And that's what Doge was doing. We don't need y'all. All we got to do is set up, make an adjustment to the form, and that eliminates your job. That's how easy it is. And we could streamline some of this instead of making people wait 3 weeks, maybe have me wait a week. Maybe I actually had a person I actually need to be talking to be my initial contact through the Zoom. We could do Zoom. Or whatever video service you want to use. I don't care. But even with the dog on my chart, with that doctor, I got an email telling me to click the link to enter into the video chat. I entered in and I'm waiting. First of all, it told me to log in 30 minutes early. When I tried to do it, it wouldn't let me do it. It told me, oh, you were trying to log in too early. That's how I know they're not testing their own system. So then she texted me. No, she called me and was like, well, I need you to sign in. I said, well, ma'am, I am signed in. I'm in right now. She says, I don't see you. I said, I clicked the link in the email. She said, no, I'm going to send you the link to your text message. Okay. The link she sent me took me into a different video chat. Why is there 2 different video chats? See what I mean? Luckily, I was in a position where I could do all of that. What if I wasn't? Then I miss out on my doctor's visit. And then they be trying to charge you a rescheduling fee or some shit, for you breaking the appointment. Because then when you try to tell them what happened, they're going to make it seem like, oh, you did something wrong. I clicked the button in the email y'all sent me. I can screenshot it for you. Like, how could I mess that up? I know how to work email. Like, I'm reading your email. Click to enter into the video chat. The virtual visit. I did. Boom. I'm waiting. Like, what do you want? And even then, they had a person call me 3 hours earlier than that visit. Oh, I want to make sure you're going to be in the visit. Yeah. I already got the email. Why did you have to call me? And obviously, it was a waste of a call because she was confirming that, oh, I wanted to make sure you got the link. And I said, yes, I got the link in my email. Oh, great. That's where it's supposed to work. Cool. It's a such and such time. Here she go, reliving everything I done confirmed on the website. And obviously it was wrong because the doctor actually sent me a different link. What was the purpose? And she called me. All of that waste. This is why our medical insurance is so high, why our taxes are so high. Was the importance of Doge to help eliminate some of that. And it's so much of it. And you could just imagine how some of these rural states are. Even though they're large states, they're small in population, like Minnesota, like North Dakota, Iowa, places like that. Everybody ain't on the East Coast or the West Coast or the Gulf Coast or in the Northeast, some of them big cities. Some people are in smaller states, Indiana, and that ain't even that, but Kentucky and places like that, where most of the state is rural. And those people in rural places, if you've never been, they've been operating a certain way for generations. And usually you'll find it's the same families. It's a certain group of families that keep getting elected into office generation after generation. You don't see that in big cities, in top 25 cities. But in the rest of the country, yeah, you see that. You'll see the same last names generational. They uncle, they cousin, somebody was the county commissioner previously in their family. Now they are. Black churches run that way too. You'll see in small towns, black churches, that's what they usually are. It'll be a group of pastors and a family, and ministers and deacons, and a couple of families. Hello. Small countries are ran that way too. Boom. Y'all didn't see that coming. I told y'all think I'd just be rambling. I brought it back around. Y'all ain't even see it coming. That's the genius. So, small country. Look at Iran. We took out the dad, and what's going on there? They trying to install the son. Or at least they trying to perpetrate like it's the son. But rumor has it that the son is in a coma. So how did he write that letter? Who the hell writes a handwritten letter in today's world? Really? Iran ain't got nobody with a computer that can type up a letter or email? And we can't record his voice? Bullshit. That man in a coma. He might be half dead. But they trying to maintain continuity. Countries operate that way. America operates that way. It's just not as noticeable. All of these presidents and politicians are related. They in the same circle. They related, they cousins, third and fourth cousins, same bloodline, though. And then they friends with each other. They kids went to the same schools. They hang out, live in the same neighborhoods. They know each other. But the magic trick that I always tell y'all about, watch this hand, don't pay attention to the other hand. That's part of the magic trick. They want to represent, they're for the people. No, they're for their people, their group of people. I told y'all, before 2015, when Trump came down the escalator, him and Melania, before that time period, he was friends with all of those Democrats. Those were his friends. I brought that up recently with Jesse Jackson. Obama wasn't his friend. Biden wasn't his friend. Trump was Jesse Jackson's friend. A lot of y'all don't remember that because you weren't in the tri-state area. So y'all weren't really aware of what Trump was doing back in the 80s and 90s. But Trump always been about black people. When Michael Jackson had to get the hell up out of Los Angeles, where did he go? Trump Tower. Trump put him up because they were friends. When Jennifer Hudson needed to get up out of Chicago, where did she go? Trump put her up. Yeah, a lot of y'all don't remember that either. That was recent. When Jesse Jackson was running for president, who paid for his campaign? Wasn't Oprah. It wasn't Bob Johnson. It was Donald Trump that paid for Jesse Jackson's campaign. Girl want to argue with me the other night. Well, Oprah wasn't a billionaire. You don't have to be a billionaire. But Oprah, in that money that she had back then, would have been a billionaire if you adjust for inflation. Oprah has had money for a long time. And she could have used her platform. She could have got her crew together and they could have paid for Jesse Jackson's campaign. They didn't do that. Right? Donald Trump paid for it. You could Google Trump and Jesse Jackson and there'll be a bunch of pictures of them together. There's video of them together. They were friends. And it's sad that because of today's politics, Donald Trump couldn't go to the funeral because of the politics. Because who else was going to be there? And it was his friend. That was his friend. That's sad. We can't put, and then Democrats basically turned, even after the Sun came out and said, don't make this about politics. Republicans and Democrats are welcome here, but don't make this, basically he was saying, don't disrespect my father. Respect the Reverend Jesse Jackson. What did Obama and them and Kamala and all of them do? They went right after they turned it into a campaign rally against Trump. Disrespectful. But these are the people who y'all want to vote for, right? Hello. Oh, I'd have made somebody mad. I'd have made a couple of y'all mad. Let me see if I got a comment. At least leave a comment and tell me, hey, V, you full of shit. At least be grown enough to do that. Hold on, man. Let's see what's going on. Wait a minute. Let me raise this up a little bit. Damn it. There we go. Uh-oh. Forgot to stop it. Boom. Oh, shit. There we go. There we go. That's where I need to be. All right. Uh-oh. Let's see. Do I got any comments? Where the hell is Amanaz at? Amanaz? What the hell is going on? Where's my hey y'all? What is happening here? I'm gonna wait for it. Let me give it a minute. Maybe she here and just didn't type it. Hold on. I've been saying that hey y'all for fucking 15 years. So it's very strange when I go live and there's not hey y'all ain't up there. Unless she mad at me. I don't know. I don't think even if she was mad at me, she still would put hey y'all. And fuck you, V. We gotta call her sister because Amberly ain't called me lately. Y'all always think some of y'all think me and Amanaz is messing. Me and Amanaz is like brother and sister. But now her sister, physically, that's who I would be attracted to of the two sisters. Y'all know I like chunky women, and Amberly is a little more chunky than Amanaz, and then Amberly got a friend named Tiffany that's more chunky than her. Tiffany is sexy as shit. Y'all know I like them big girls. I like them big bodies. So, in other words, Amanaz is a little too small. I know Amanaz is like, what? Really? Can I get a hey y'all for that comment? I don't know where she at. Anyway, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Let's move on. I'm flirting with somebody ain't even here. But anyway, wait a minute. I'm trying to make sure I'm good because I moved my camera. I think I'm good. Wait a minute. Let me look. I'm looking at my monitor. Yeah, I'm even giving y'all more. Y'all see Big Milk? Y'all see my tiger? That's Big Milk. That tiger's been around my whole life. Those of you who don't know, my aunt Marion moved to Cleveland recently, and she wasn't taking the painting with her, and I asked, could I have it? But all my life, she always had this painting in her house, in her living room, or her wall. So I wanted it. I call it Big Milk. That was her husband's name. Her husband is Big Milk. Her son is Little Milk. But now, being a Big Milk ain't here no more. Little Milk became Big Milk. He Big Daddy Milk. That's my little cousin, though, so I don't usually call him Big Milk. Hell, people in my family still call him Milty. I'm like, he ain't Milty no more. That nigga grown, got a kid and a wife. Shout out to Milk. Up there in Cleveland. I got to call him and see if I can make some more money on him. Because he's a believer in the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I tried to tell him, but whatever. I can't believe it. Amanaz ain't gave me my hey y'all today. She gonna get a text message. Hey, she is gonna get a strong text message to use Donald Trump's words. Ooh, I ain't got my pineapple burning. Hold on, man. I knew something was wrong. Hold on, y'all. Gotta get this pineapple going. The hell's going on here? What am I doing? For that, I'm burning two up. We're gonna get two pineapples going. The hell am I doing here? Y'all ain't correct me. Y'all ain't shit, man. Somebody was gonna say, hey V, where the pineapple at? Y'all didn't do it. Y'all the people, man. I'm the people's champ. Hey, now and then, the champ needs some help. Right? Need a little help every now and then. Champ can't save the world by itself all the time. Y'all got me. I'm already up all night watching the city. Damn. Can y'all help me out? Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my my camera back right. Hold on. I wasn't paying attention. Wait a minute. I'm doing too many things at once. Okay. No, I can't see the whole. That ain't it, baby. Oh, no. I think, yeah, we better now. Okay. So now we got the pineapple going. Amanaz love me. She give me some pineapple sage. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, pineapple is going. We are official now. We back in business. God, I had a pineapple. Put that behind the camera. All right. Got root beer. Got some water just in case I need a swig of that. Uh-oh. Gotta take my medicine, y'all. That's what I haven't done. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna get right. We're gonna get right. I just ate. Can't take my medicine unless I got food on my stomach. So I didn't eat no oatmeal this morning because I was extremely tired. Shout out some of y'all like, what's that? I get this pill pack from my pharmacy and it has all my medicine organized for me because I can't see. So this helps me. And I'm an honest to tell y'all, I had pill packs all over the damn place at one point till I started using those. Shout out to Care First Specialty Pharmacy in Charlotte. They are the best pharmacy. They deliver down here in Gastonia. I thought I was going to lose them. And I called to tell them, and they said, no. We got you. We'll be down there. Jose will be there. Jose is the delivery guy. Shout out to Jose. He'll be here today, the 13th. I'll see him next week, probably Tuesday. Around the 17th is usually when he come bring my monthly supply So yeah, I get 4 of those to last me the month. And then I get, well, they're not in here, they're in the other room. I get my Oxy comes in a regular pill case because I take that as needed for the pain in my feet. I have been experiencing less pain. So that's progress. Y'all give me a hand clap for that. That's some progress. Because I was getting so much pain at one point, I couldn't sleep, y'all. I couldn't sleep. And it was always happening to me while I was trying to sleep, for the most part. So yeah, I don't take it as much as I had to take it. But every now and then I get some pain and I take it. I am experiencing less pain and I got a little bit more mobility back in my feet, in my left foot particularly. My right foot has always been better, which is strange because the circulation in my right foot is less than the left foot. But the left foot, I have less mobility. So something else is going on. I got to get an x-ray on my foot. Um, that's my issue, so. But Big D energy. And see, some of you women, when you try to claim you're alpha or be masculine, it's pseudo. It's not authentic. It's not real. So you're imitating what you think masculine energy is. And it comes out, it actually is repulsive to men. And even when other men try to fake it, it's repulsive to us. We don't like fake masculine energy. And we don't like masculine energy coming from women at all. Because that's not your natural state. I wish Amanaz was in here because she could tell you a story. We got a mutual friend. And me and Amanaz was getting ready to go out to eat. Because that's what we do. You know, y'all know I like to go out to eat. So do Amanaz. So we was getting ready to go out to a fish place or something. I can't remember the name of it. And then her friend popped up on her. We'll call her Kay. Kay popped up on her. So we like, yo, you want to go out with us? She like, yeah. So I'm telling her. So Amanaz walked out and we were standing in the kitchen. Amanaz walked out of the kitchen to get her jacket or whatever. So I say to Kay, hey, you may want to see if Amanaz can loan you a jacket or something or a hoodie. And she got real masculine with me and started popping off. So bad, I was getting ready to whoop her ass. And when Amanaz came back, she was like, what the hell just happened here? Because I was going to fuck off. I don't play that shit. But she tried to get real tough with me. Like, I don't need you to fucking tell me what I need and blah, blah. Baby, I'm just trying to tell you it's going to be cold at this spot. But she just kept going. And I'm like, all right now, enough. I'm about to whoop your ass because you're getting real gangster with it. Like if she had been a man, I'd have punched her in the mouth. Straight up. That's how bad she was. So anyway, we end up I wasn't gonna go. I was like, yo, fuck it. And Amanaz was like, no, V, you gotta go. Me and you planned this. I wasn't planning on going with her. Me and you was the plan. So I was like, yeah, you're right. So I ended up going after some convincing. And we get to the restaurant. Oh, girl, I had to loan her my jacket because it was so cold in there. I said, didn't I fucking try to tell your hard-headed ass? No, all you had to do was say yeah. And either Amanaz or myself would have gave you a jacket. But now here, I got to give you my jacket. I should let your ass sit there and suffer. But I'm not petty like that. I am, but I'm not. But I'm like, you created that whole situation when all I was doing was try to help you avoid where we at right now. And a lot of y'all do that. I'm gonna do a show later on today. I think I scheduled it for 9 o'clock. And what did I call that? The playbook. Y'all women, y'all black women particularly, y'all have a playbook that y'all all follow. And it's annoying because it's almost worse, especially on a dating site. Y'all, when y'all make contact, y'all go to the same script almost every time. Well, what brings you here? What are you looking for? And they start peppering you with a million fucking interview questions. First of all, men, what did I say to this girl today? Men don't come with an OEM window sticker. You know how some of y'all may have never been to a new car lot. You go to the new car lot, that window sticker is called the OEM window sticker. It comes from the original equipment manufacturer list, right? It shows you all the equipment that comes standard on that particular vehicle. Y'all think men have one of those where you could just read all of the options, and if you don't like the options, you go to the next window sticker in the next car and figure out if that's the one you want. No, men don't work like that. Men don't come with cliff notes. No, you got to read the whole book from cover to cover. You can't read the cliff notes and know everything you did to know about a man from the first conversation. No, I'm not participating in that. And second of all, you aren't interviewing me. I'm interviewing you. You are the help. I'm not the help. You are the help. So if you are the help, you are being interviewed, not conducting the interview. That's what y'all don't understand in today's world. And the higher quality a man is, the less he's going to tolerate of that. Y'all used to them Pookies and Ray Rays and low quality men where they accept that shit from y'all. I'm not the one. So, and I told the chick, like, I love to have a conversation. And the things that you're asking, you may organically learn those in due time. But no, I'm not going to be peppered with interview questions from the first contact. Sorry. The information you're going to get is listed on my profile. I'm a used car. Used car sticker don't have everything on it. And it say as is. I'm as is. Okay? That's the difference. You ain't getting no OEM sticker with me. My OEM sticker is 50 years old. It don't exist no more. So if you want to learn about me, in due time. And I'm going to say this later, but I'm going to say it now since I'm talking about it. Ladies, well, how do we get to know you? Have a fucking conversation. Be a normal human being. Just talk. And instead of asking me a list of questions, why don't you try answering the questions that you're asking me? Start the conversation that way. Instead of asking me the question, answer the question for yourself, and then that'll cause me to respond with in kind. Oh, okay. Have yeah, I was married, blah, blah, blah. Didn't work out. I got a couple of kids. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was married 20 years. I got 4 kids. That's how you get the information you want. Not peppering me with interview questions. Not going to work with me. Sorry. You're not interviewing me. I'm interviewing you. I still ain't got no comments, y'all. Or do I? Wait a minute. No, I don't. Not as far as I can see. But I hope that makes sense. And I need y'all to participate so I know if it does make sense or I need to expand on that later. But no, ladies, that's where y'all go wrong, right off at the rip. Because you think you're validating me or qualifying me, but it's a red flag for me. It's a flag on the play. Soon as the woman start doing that right off the rip, I'm like, here we go. Here go that pseudo masculine energy. Because if you're in your feminine energy, you're not going to do that. That's masculine energy. And you wouldn't want a man doing it. You would not like a man peppering you with a bunch of interview questions right off the rip. Yeah. So why you single? What you do? That's how it would come off. And you wouldn't answer, you wouldn't like, and most of y'all would lie anyway. So why the hell would we even answer? Men ain't gonna ask that question. Not right off the rip anyway. We gonna get to know you a little bit to understand how you communicate before we start getting into those type of questions. That's not how you get to know somebody. 70% of communication is non-verbal. It's non-verbal. So what am I saying? You need to get in front of that man as quickly as possible. Have a coffee date. Have a quick little meetup. It ain't gotta be a dinner at Ruth Chris or Steak 48 or City Grill, Capital City Grill, or nothing like that. You could just go to coffee. I don't even drink coffee, but I'll meet you at a Starbucks. I'll just get a tea. And we could talk for, 30 minutes or whatever. During that 30 minutes, you will learn more about that man in 30 minutes than you would of 7 days of phone calls. Because 70% of communication is nonverbal. And even better, meeting a man at his house is even better. You know how much information you get by stopping by a man's house for about 30 minutes? That's all you got to do. Hey, let's get together, do coffee or if you find out he lives close by, hey, you mind if I stop by? I'll be over that way in about an hour or 2 hours. Yeah, come on by. My front door open right now. Come on in here, sit down, talk to me. We have a conversation. It's broad daylight. Even if it was nighttime. If a man was going to do something to you, he'd do something to you at a damn restaurant. He'd snatch your ass up in the parking lot with no problem. Y'all so scary and goofy and not logical. Go to a man's house, though. Is he clean? Is he neat? Is there signs of other women? Is there other people knocking on the door? Where he lives, the neighborhood he lives in? It tells you a lot about the man. I had a chick meet me one time at my sister's house, and my sister lived in the hood. I just happened to be over there. And when the chick told me where she was at, she wanted to meet up, and which was cool. And I'm like, yeah, right now I happen to be in my sister's house. But I'm over on my sister lived off Tuckasegee, and she was like, yeah, I'm not too far from there. I was like, well, you're welcome to come by and stop by here. I'll come out and talk to you. And so her problem with me is like, oh, I don't date hood dudes. That's what she told me later. I said, I don't live there. That's where my sister lives. I live somewhere else. My sister really wasn't even in a hood neighborhood. That neighborhood off of Tuckasegee is actually premier property, or will be very shortly. That's why they're building all of them houses over there now. And but it would be considered West Trade. Like if you want Tuckasegee, it's going to veer off and eventually turn into Trade Street going towards downtown, right? No, not Trade. Fourth. Fourth runs right through Johnson and Wales University. So anyway, that's a premier area. Like you got multi-million-dollar houses over there. I'm less than a half a mile from, or my sister lived less than a half a mile from that. Camp Green ain't Camp Green no more, if you know Charlotte. But you making a judgment about me because of where my relatives live. We all know hood people, don't we? What that got to do with me? That don't mean that's where I live. You know, she had little baby bins and shit, and she thought she was the shit. Right. I got you parked right behind my BMW. Like, I don't give a fuck about your Mercedes. I got a BMW. So what? And it was nice cars in my sister yard. Like, it ain't no. She act like she was in the hood, like Dr. Carver, you know, off of West Boulevard or something, or Amy James over there. Like, this ain't really the hood over here, baby. Like, you acting real bougie for no reason. Because you got a little BMW. I mean, a little Mercedes. Little baby Mercedes. That you probably paying out your ass for. My BMW paid for it, though. I got a title for mine. But she wasn't ready for that conversation, so I had to eject her from the game because I ain't like that at all. Again, she tried to pull out big dick energy because she got a little baby Mercedes. The fuck out of here. Your little baby Benz don't mean nothing to me. Again, that might work with low quality men, ladies, but that's not going to work with a higher quality man. Because higher quality man ain't impressed by your little Mercedes. Actually, we start thinking different. Maybe a hood dude like, oh, yeah, she got a Mercedes, yo. I'm thinking, oh, fuck. She got bills that she can't afford. That's what my thought was. That's what a higher quality man sees. That pineapple smells so good, y'all. I love my pineapple. On the real, I need some Versace incense. Those are, I like those as the, just as much as I like the pineapple. I haven't bought Versace incense in quite some time. Um, I might need to switch over, and I need to place an order soon. So, April, when I make my next order, I'm gonna make sure I throw some Versace incense in there because I got enough pineapple to last until then. I didn't make a order this month because I was trying out that scent bird, and I lost my damn scent bird. It's somewhere in here. I don't know what the hell I did with it. I'm gonna find it though. It's in here somewhere. It's a little. I, I don't know what I did with it, but it smelled good. That scent bird. For those of you who ever wanted to try it, it's worth it. It smells just like the doggone Versace I buy out of Macy's. But going back to Iran, it's the same energy. But when you the big dog, you got the big D. Holiday says that to me all the time too. I talked to her a little bit this morning. Um, I didn't talk to her. I texted with her rather. She says to me all the time, "You act like that because you got a big dick." I said, "I don't. Maybe you might be right. I couldn't even deny that. I'm like, you might be right. Maybe that is why I'm cocky. I don't know. I've been cocky all my life though. Maybe that is part of it. But she was picking up on the big D energy. Now, just because you got big D energy don't actually mean you got a big D. There may be other reasons why you got that big D energy. You see that with athletes, you know, because they tall, because they in the NBA. But who was that superhead that wrote that book about exposing all them dudes in the NBA and celebrities? Yeah, nah, he ain't got a big D. He got big D energy because he's 7 foot tall, but he ain't got a big D. you know. And you might have a dude that's 5'2" with a huge D. Like, that's what she said. She right. I've been an athlete all my life. Well, growing up, I was an athlete. Let's say that. So when you're an athlete, you shower with other men. In the military, you shower with other men. And you get a glimpse of other men. Everybody walking around ain't got big D's, y'all. Trust me. And it ain't about your height. Your height ain't got nothing to do with it. Trust me on that too. It ain't got nothing to do with your height. But did y'all see my menorah? Man, let me move. I see my little menorah. I finally found one. I've been looking for a little one for a long time, and I finally found one. Yeah, that's my menorah. And then the chick, she had made a comment about my Cookie Monster pictures. And she tried to make a joke, like, but her joke didn't make sense. I happened to say to her something like, how you doing today? Or how's your day going? Blah, blah, blah. And then she came back with, like, thanks for asking. Now, what's on your plate? Huh? I'm like, what do you mean? What's on my plate? Like, it was totally out of context. So I didn't know what she was talking about. So I asked her, and she gave me this long ass explanation. Well, you got a picture with the Cookie Monster and the cookies on your plate. And I'm like, ma'am, I got 1,000 pictures or more. How the hell did I know what you were making reference to in that moment with that vague statement was referring to one of my pictures? Huh? You know what's in your head, ladies. Doesn't mean I know what's in your head at that moment. I don't know the context if you don't give it to me. Now, you took all of that time, or she did rather, took all of that time to type up that monologue explanation that could have been explained in one sentence. But you still not, we never had a conversation about my Cookie Monster post, my picture. So you don't really know what it means. You're putting your own meaning on my picture, and then you're making a comment, a vague statement to me based on your vague interpretation of what you think my picture means to me vaguely, and I'm supposed to understand it. What are you talking about, woman? Why not just say, why? Again, y'all try to overcomplicate it. And then you get mad when somebody throw that energy back at you. And I'm good at that. I'll go down the rabbit hole and chop your whole shit up. So, and then right after that, she started peppering me with the interview questions. So, like, this ain't a good look. Why not just say, after I say, how's your day going? Oh, my day going fine. How about yours? That's it. Why not do that? Why make this vague reference to my picture, one of my thousands of pictures that I don't know what you're talking about? What's on my plate, huh? Or like, I'm not talking about cooking or nothing. That would have made more sense. What's on your plate tonight? What are you cooking? Okay, cool. Or do you still got cookies on your plate? Or what that picture mean? Why you do that? Then I'll explain it to you. Same thing last night. I had said something to this chick. She was asking me to be patient with her because she wasn't going to be free until a certain amount of time. All right, cool. I said, I ain't got no problem being patient. I'm all about long stroking. You know, me being slick mouth. And then she like, what you mean? I said, long stroking means slow, not fast, patient. That's what it's always meant all my life. Whether you're making a sexual innuendo or not. That's what long stroking means. Slow, not fast. Yeah, I thought it meant something else. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Why not say, instead of saying something else, why not say, I thought it meant this? Why not just say that so we can get on the same page? But if something I said is confusing to you and then you come back with this vague something, what the hell? Why even say that shit? Now we got controversy. So I tried to change the subject and she on it, well, lose my number. I'm like, lose your number. She was like, no, you something, you're a piece of work or something, she said, which is true, but I'm like, why are you saying that? Like, all I did was say to you in response, I gave you the same energy back. And I changed the subject. Like, moving on, like, let's move on, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, there's some disconnect. A lot of you women don't like texting, and she's one of them. And she said that on her profile. I don't like texting. But y'all don't like texting because you don't like to be held accountable for what you say. Y'all like to be able to get out of it, leave yourself out. And when y'all text and y'all paint yourself into a corner, because I can go right back to your words and say, here's what you said. Here's what was said. And I did that to her. She ain't ever respond, so I guess she had blocked me. I don't give a fuck. She wasn't even that cute. Like, there's always the not cute ones, the below average looking chicks that with that attitude, like they the shit. Like, I clicked, like she clicked like on me first, and I just happened to agree to. Because I give women a shot. Maybe you got a great personality, which is more important. Your behavior and your personality. So I'm over, she wasn't ugly. So I'm overlooked, but she was below average looking. And she was a BMW, badly made woman. She had a funny shape. I'm looking past all of that. You got the nerve to try to come off on this like she a bad B. She got the bad B attitude. Really? Lose your number. You ain't even have to say that. Just block. Okay, cool. Because if you respond to me or you don't respond to me and you block me, I never know because I'm not going to respond to you. I respond, you respond. I respond, you respond. If you don't respond, I may not ever respond to you. That's just the way it goes. It's too many women, and I'm too old, and I don't have the patience, especially for old women to play that game. She was like 55. Like, baby, you 6 years older than me, and you acting like a 20-year-old. Like, that maturity level was not there. Like, you trying to come off like you intelligent, and I throw it back at you. Because, see, they want an intelligent man, but they want an intelligent man that don't say nothing. Again, it's like that Ken doll. I need to do that. I need to do that. It's like a Ken doll. They want to play with you. Ken doll was supposed to be perfect or the ideal man, right, for Barbie. So he had a great body. He was tall, blah, 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 great hair. The ideal representation of a man. And that's what they want. But they want Ken to be intelligent. That's what they claim. But when they get that intelligent man, they don't want it. Because the women usually ask for things they actually don't. So what they want is they claim they want an intelligent man, but what they want is a man that's just gonna be quiet and only talk when spoken to, kind of thing. Or when they want him to speak. But when they don't want, when they tired of playing with him, they just want to put him up on the shelf or throw him in the toy box. Right? That's what they want. A lot of them, not they, but many of them want that. But you're not honest with yourself, with your own behavior. And that's why y'all keep getting the same results over and over, no matter where you live, what state you in, what city you in, what part of the country in. Y'all all experiencing the same thing. Why? The only constant is y'all. And then they want to say, oh, all these men are the same. No, y'all are the same, which is why I'm doing the podcast later called The Playbook. Y'all following the playbook, and you don't even realize it's a script. You've been programmed. That's why y'all all do the same shit. Almost on cue. I've never been talking with a woman on a dating profile like over a week, and then she come ask me them questions. It's always right off the rip. If they're gonna do it, they do it right away. Until you find Pookie or Ray Ray who dumb and you really talking over his head. That's what y'all want, because that's the Eve code. You want to be above Adam and above Christ. You want to be equal to God. So y'all got that same thing. You still want to be above the man. And you're not. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't make the rules. Get mad at God. Checking for comments. No, I don't have. Because I was getting ready to sit back. But yeah, that's what y'all. I say these things. The People's Podcast is generally my intent is to speak to younger men to help edify them the way my generation wasn't edified by the older men. To help you, to make you so you could find your own happiness. Because that's the only way you're going to get it, fellas. A woman is never going to provide you happiness long term. Maybe in the beginning, maybe in spurts. But long term, not going to happen. I'm sorry, I got to adjust, y'all. Shit. So, y'all, it's the big boss himself. And, there we go. That's what Holiday be talking about. Okay, I'm sorry. So anyway, and y'all know around the house, I'm wearing joggers, sweatpants. It's just comfortable. Sweatpants is the most comfortable. My cargo sweatpants, I like the pockets. Now these joggers, they comfortable. Now they would be perfect if they was cargo style. I've never seen that. I'm sure they make them. I just haven't seen them. I would love these exact pants in cargo style. That would be good. But yeah. So my podcast, this channel is mainly centric towards younger men to help you live a better life. Now I am cognitive of. I have a nice little percentage of women who view my channel too. And I try to help y'all out when I can as well. Because then if I didn't, oh, he bash women. All he do is, y'all gonna say that anyway. He hate women. No, I don't. I don't do bullshit with you. Actually, the dudes that allow the bullshit, those are the men who hate you. Because if a man loves you, he's going to give you some correction. A higher quality man comes with correction and instructions. Low value men, they're not going to give you no correction or instruction. Most of the time, they can't. Mm-hmm. I hope that makes sense. But I really didn't plan on being here this long. I started rambling. I had just saw the news alert about the what is it, the George H.W. or the George H. Bush aircraft carrier that's on the way over there to the Mediterranean and all of that. So yeah, I thought about it. And I saw commentators, Trump don't know what he's doing and all that nonsense. No, he knows exactly what he's doing. Checkmate. That's what it is. He moving pieces in the position so he can get checkmate. Now, he could really just destroy the country. He ain't trying to do that because he don't have no beef with the people of Iran, the citizens. He has beef with the government. So he ain't trying to shut down the electrical grid and none of the other stuff he could really do. But he may have to do that. I'm different. He close to what I'm doing, what I would do, but I'm a little bit more harsh. Shut all that shit down. I don't give a fuck about none of it. America first. I don't give a fuck about none of them people. I really don't give a shit. That's me. But he being a little bit more diplomatic than I would be. But I don't know what he knows either. So he got a strategy. Of course, he's getting intelligence on a daily basis that we as regular people and even the news commentators do not have access to. Oh, he needs to explain to Congress. He needs to explain to the American people. What president has ever done that? None. They explain after the fact. But the shit is ongoing right now. He ain't going to explain the moves he's making or gonna make. And he'll tell them even in a press conference when they be asking him, I'm not going to tell you that. Like, are y'all stupid? They be asking him shit that they know he ain't going to tell them. That's not a good reporter. And he'll tell them, you're not a good reporter. Because if you was a good reporter, you would know already. Again, you would be playing chess and you would know this man ain't going to tell us that. He ain't dumb. And after all of the many times that he said, I'm not going to tell you that. And even Caroline Levitt has said, that's a stupid question. What makes it stupid? Because you know they can't answer certain things. And they're not going to answer certain things. Y'all used to the Biden administration answering, and usually when they answered, they was lying to you anyway. Jacques Pierre, whatever the hell her name was, JAP or whatever her little acronym was for herself. Because, you know, AOC had an acronym, so she tried to create an acronym for herself with her ugly ass. And she was ugly because of her hair. Now, if she would have had her natural hair, she actually would have been cute. But she was ugly because of her hair. When I first saw that woman, I was like, is she from Charleston? Because that's what Charleston women do. Dye their hair all of them weird colors and they black as hell like me. Like, that color ain't made for you. Honey blonde is not made for everybody. But them Charleston women, they'll dye their hair bright ass blonde, orange. And now they doing green and blue. I like, and they be my color or darker. Stop doing that, y'all. That is not cute. And it makes you look ugly. And that's what was matter with Pierre, lady, the Biden's press secretary. She had a nice little body. She wasn't facially ugly. But what made her ugly was her hair and her life, her behavior and personality with that gay shit and that hair. Okay, you gay. Why do you got to tell us every day? Like, would you want somebody to say, hey, I'm heterosexual every day to you? Like, every day you see this person, they let you know, hey, I'm heterosexual. I'm heterosexual. I'm straight. I like pussy. Because that's what you're saying. And that's what she was saying. I'm gay. My daughter gay, but my daughter don't run around telling people, hey, I'm gay every day. And fuck. I got gay kids. I got gay family members. So miss me with that. Oh, you're homophobic. Yeah, right. Okay. And that's just like the racism. They try to pull out that racism card. Oh, you're racist. You're right. To shut down the conversation. That don't work on black people. Not no intelligent black person, especially not no intelligent black man. saying race. The chick at the damn dialysis tried to. I'm explaining to her my experience with these two morbidly obese black women. And she gonna tell me as soon as I say black women, oh, I don't do the racial. I ain't asking you to do shit. All you gotta do is shut the fuck up and let me tell my experience as a black man with these black women and with the black women I've been encountering for 50 years. That's not racism, lady. So now you can't describe somebody. Describing somebody is automatically racism? No, not. At best, is prejudice and bigotry. I'll give you that. But it ain't racism. But what's racism is you as a white woman trying to shut down my free speech as a black man by throwing out the word racism. No, that may work on white men, but that ain't working on me, lady. Sorry. The hell is going on with my camera? What is going on? Is having trouble finding me? Let's see. Hold on. Let me reset it. Hold on. I don't know why. I just happened to look up at my monitor, y'all, and it was acting kooky. Hold on. Let's try it. See how it's going? I don't know why it does that. I don't know why it's automatically turning that way. Come on back. Come on. It was working good earlier. Let me give it a moment. Come on. It's supposed to go by hand gestures too. It was working fine. Here we go. I'm in there now. Let's see how long it keep me in there. Jesus. Okay, 6. There we go. You're right. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, I like these gimbals. I got to start playing with the other one more too. I'll use that one tonight, but I noticed that the facial tracking, it has some issues. Now, maybe I'm sure it'll get better over time. Um, and the more expensive ones, I'm sure will be better. Maybe that one on the 3-axis I might have to invest in that. It's a little bit more pricey than I want to invest in it. That one is like $50, $40. So if you get down to that 25 range, maybe I'll catch a flash sale. I'll grab one. But right now, that's $50, double what I'm willing to pay. It's double. But yeah, Trump is playing chess. And that's what's going on. And that's the point of the big D energy getting pulled out. I mean, he got it the whole time. And that's why so many people are gravitating towards him. And so many people are leaving the Democrat Party because there ain't no big D energy over there. They all a bunch of simps. Hakeem Jeffries is a simp. Schumer is a simp. Newsom is a simp. Ain't no masculine men in leadership. The closest you get to it is Fetterman from Pennsylvania. And he a little skittish because he was about supporting the Save America Act. Now he done voted against it all of a sudden. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't support the other stuff. Now he using vague, effeminate words. What stuff can't you support? All it says is to register to vote, you got to prove your citizenship. Your birth certificate, passport, whatever citizenship documents you have. No, you cannot just use an ID because they give anybody IDs. They give illegals IDs. So no, you got to show citizenship documents. Now, these Democrats that complain that, oh, Americans don't have that, even though to get a job, you got to do that. But okay, solve the problem this way. Create an ID, a universal ID that's a citizenship ID with your picture on it. That means somebody at a government agency at some point in your life had to verify you are a citizen. Okay, no problem with that. That will replace the state ID. You're already doing the state ID. Just make it a requirement to get a state ID or a driver's license. You got to show your document. I mean, it's already in place. It's just a matter of changing. You got to show them documents anyway. So just take them with you. Nobody in America, or the majority of America, it's like 80 something percent, do not, including Democrats and independents, don't have a problem with that. They actually want that. And that way, that will ensure illegals aren't registering to vote. Then, when you show up to vote, to cast your ballot, you got to show your ID. But they like to try to twist it. Oh, you got to have your passport to vote. No, you got to have your passport or your birth certificate and citizenship documents to register to vote. You do that in advance of an election. And when you move somewhere or you get married, you know you got to take time to get your social security card switched over and get your license switched over to your new name. You got to do that stuff anyway. You get a job, you got to do that. Especially if you go and buy your married name and your license says your maiden name, you got to show some documentation explaining that. Why is your name different? But as a responsible adult, if you get married, ladies, you know you got to take time, a month, to get your paperwork in order. Your bank account, social security card, license. I give you a month. It don't take that long. Well, who got their birth certificate? I do. As a black man, I always kept my birth certificate in my wallet until it got too old, and then I had to get a new one. But keep a copy of your birth certificate in your wallet. That ain't hard. You got to put it somewhere anyway. Keep a certified copy with the seal on it in your where you keep your important documents. This is grown folk shit. You should have a place, and a lot of people don't. I know they don't, but they should. It ain't my fault that they don't, but they should. Your important documents, you should have them somewhere. Safe deposit box, a safe, somewhere you should keep your important documents. Right? How hard is that? How hard is that? It ain't hard at all. I gotta go to the mailbox and thought about something. But anyway, so yeah, that's what it's about. It's about moving pieces on the chessboard. Chess was a military strategy, how they taught military strategy in ancient times. So it's related to the military. You move in a certain way, and it ain't always horizontal or diagonal. It's you move in different ways. It's strategy to it. And those of y'all complaining about gas went up. It went up like 50 cents. Okay. But that's all speculation. It ain't because of the actual price of gas, because gas today is cheaper than what it was under Biden. In a barrel of oil is cheaper today than it was under Biden. Like, what are you complaining about? It's still cheaper, even though it went up a little bit right now because of the speculation, because of the war, fear, basically, emotionalism. That's why it went up. But it's going to come back down when everybody see, oh, no, you got it under control. And then you got the legacy media lying, making it seem like we're losing the war. We ahead of schedule. Like, it's only been 2 weeks. It ain't even been a month. And then we done destroyed most of their Navy and Air Force and government facilities. We don't even know who running the government right now. I mean, we don't know, the public, but I'm sure the powers that be got eyes. That's all I got for y'all, though, man. That's all I got for y'all, man. It's strategy. Same thing, ladies, when you, and fellas, understand the strategy that's happening in relationships. And don't participate in certain things. I'm peeping y'all the game so that way you can do it like I do. Nah, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to let you do that to me. You want to check your behavior when you're interacting with me, or don't interact with me. But you're not going to pepper me with question after question when, right off the rip. I'm not doing the interview. You are being interviewed. Answer your own question. Answer the one question I put on my profile. What are you willing and eager to do for the man you want? Answer that question before you start asking me questions and making goofy ass vague statements about cookie or whatever's on the plate. The fuck? They call me the cookie monster. That's why the cookies is on the plate, ladies. You don't even know what the cookies symbolize, ma'am. They symbolize coochie. I'm the cookie monster. Fuck. But if you have a conversation, you can get that understanding. And what do you want on here? The same thing all men want. I'll answer that question later today. I've done it before. I'll tell you what every man wants so y'all can stop asking that dumbass question. All heterosexual men want the same things. 3 things. Now, they want other things, but they all want these 3 things. I'll answer it at 9 o'clock on the playbook show I do later. But y'all stay tuned, man. I appreciate y'all so much for hanging in here with me this afternoon. I really appreciate you. I know I don't say it enough, but I do. Those of you who do cash at me, I appreciate y'all, and ain't a lie, but a couple of y'all do. Thank you. And it means a lot to me. I am on a fixed income. Y'all stay tuned. Thanks for coming by the People's Podcast. I am your host, V. Ben Israel, the People's Champ, but you can call me V.
It's your boy.